Hey, welcome everyone. Sir Heroscape here today, coming at you with another exciting day of unboxings. We've got Heroscape Age of Annihilation Wave 2 just behind me here that we're going to unbox for the first time. You've seen it here first. All the new stuff for Wave 2 coming in October for most of you out there who have purchased it on your pre-orders. And it is exciting. I can't wait to get this opened up. Just before I do, by all means, for those of you that haven't had an opportunity to purchase the Wave 1 or Wave 2, do so by using my affiliate link in the description. It's a great way to help support the channel. If you like my content and enjoy what you're seeing, please, that's just a great way to support the channel if you're already going to be buying Heroscape. So we're going to see Wave 2 here. Again, Wave 1 is going to also be reprinted in October, so exciting times for Heroscape. But let's stop talking and get to the unboxing.
All right, here we are with our first terrain system expansion for Wave 2, which is the water pack, the Waters of Valhalla. You'll notice it's really nice and easy, 40 hexes, 3 tile new hexes, the new hex. It also includes the new Wellspring water tiles as well. I love how compact this is. Now, naturally, water tiles don't take up a lot of space, so this is really good to just have a nice compact size. Notice it's, in terms of hands, it's like 2 hands width. So really, really solid size. It's going to make it easy to stock on shelves, easy to pick up for people. And, that's always a consideration. On the back, pretty straightforward information, lots of logos, nothing too crazy, just tells you the contents there. But yeah, no, this is looking pretty solid, pretty great here. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. We've got the edge. Oh, that's a nice and easy open. Some of the other boxes had not the full tab, but they had like kind of that additional like lock tab. We'll see if the other boxes do too, but this one doesn't, so worth noting. Okay, all right, so that's everything in it. We've got looks like a contents. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So look at this. So this is the Wellspring water tiles rule set. So it wasn't obvious where the rule set was before. I think in the master set, it was in like one of the scenarios, but there wasn't like an actual paragraphed section with the Wellspring abilities. So this is its own leaflet here, which is, I think this is just credits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's just all credits. But yeah, this is telling the contents and then the actual power, which is great. That's awesome. That's important to have that officially in some sort of leaflet capacity at the very least. So hang on to this if you can't, or maybe use this as an insert in the master set guide, because this will be a lot more obvious where to find the rules than in the other place. Okay, pretty straightforward. We've seen these before, but gosh, I can't express enough how much I love these water tiles. They look so good. Oh my gosh. Like every time I've been building maps since the new water tiles have come out, yeah, and they fit super well. I mean, those are not super tight. They're nice and connected, but also loose. That feels really good in hand. Again, they feel the same quality. Sorry, so what I was saying was anytime I've built maps since, I don't think I've ever used any of my old brittle water. And honestly, like there's no reason to. In fact, a part of me is kind of considering either just like having a ceremonial like burning of them or like recycling of them or something, because these are just incredible. These look so good. With the sparkles and the blue, everything just came out perfectly. The plastic is great. They're very durable. The Wellspring water's the same as what we're used to. It looks the same as the other stuff. So something to note is that these were pretty close to the ice tiles, and they still are. The flecks, I'm not sure you can see it in the camera. The flecks are definitely in there, but they're not as pronounced as we would have hoped. And so a lot of people have started customizing by adding like their own personal flex on the back and whatnot. And, like you can tell the difference between ice and, the wellspring. It is difficult though. So just something to keep in mind as you're using both different tiles. Honestly, you could probably even use these as an ice tile, stand-in if you were only using wellspring. But anyway, we will see if they maybe change the ice tile to be a little bit more pronounced in their version of the snow set. So pretty straightforward there. Now the 3 hex, this is actually just really cool. Now the usefulness of it, I don't really know yet, because I'm not sure how many people are actually functionally going to be using or making maps so large that you're going to need this much water. I mean, that's a lot of water, right? Just doing it like this. That said, this is definitely much more useful for someone building a map where they are not playing Heroscape and they're playing some other game that is hex-based, and they just need a big body of water really quick. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3 hexes, and you've got a massive pond or lake or whatever effect you're going for. Now, it is a little bit weird just because you don't have the line delineation, right, that you would a normal hex. So, like, counting hexes, not that it's difficult, right? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but it does look a little bit weird just because we've never had a water 3 hex to compare it against. That said, if you were to drop this with a bunch of terrain around it, I bet it would actually look really good because you don't have that delineation, so it would look more like a full like pond or something, like a pond effect. So I do like that aspect of it, that it's just something new, right? It's something we haven't seen before. It's, again, probably not going to be used a lot competitively just because water's such a blocker. So this would be a shout out for me to the Renegade designers that I would, if you're errataing, unit cards, I think it would also be worth considering to errata terrain types in certain aspects. For example, water, I think, would be a great opportunity to errata, right? Right now, you have to stop all movement when you enter water. Well, if they errated that to, you don't have to stop movement, or it doubles your movement, or not doubles your movement, but it takes double movement. Even that would make it a little bit more interesting because you could still move through it, but then it takes double movement, right? So you go, instead of 1 space, it takes 2 spaces or something like that, and that would just functionally make heavy water maps a lot more interesting and a lot more likely to be designed. For example, I don't see a reason why I would ever design a map competitively with this, right? Because this is, I mean, a unit goes here and then it can't, it takes a full nother turn to go there, then a full nother turn to get out. So again, for scenarios, this is going to be amazing. For non-Heroscape games, this is going to be great. For massive maps where you just want to make something look cool, this is going to be great. For competitive tournaments, it will be much more limited on the usefulness of this, but that's one aspect of Heroscape. So if they do want this pack to be used more competitively, I just think an errata for water rules might be in order. I think that would be cool, and honestly, I feel like people would actually love that because that would make map building really interesting to be able to do tons of maybe land, then a ton of water, and then land, kind of almost like islands, and then you could design ship battles, right, where you actually have a ship unit that can move through the water, or that you could actually engage, or anyway, there's all kinds of cool ideas. But anyway, this is Waters of Valhalla unboxed. I threw it back in there just so it looked nice and clean. But yeah, there it is. That's all we got for this one. Pretty simple and straight. Looks nice and clean.
And there we have it. Heroscape Age of Annihilation Wave 2 unboxed and ready for action. So I'm going to have to get some videos out with them in gameplay and get you guys excited about the new content coming in October. Drop your comments in the video and let me know what you guys think, as always. And again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.